Hey everybody, it's Griff, and today we're gonna talk about bone archers, specifically the corpses of bone archers produced by Phantasmal Unearth, and how to properly calculate your corpse life based on your corpse level, what map you're in, etc, etc, etc. So basically, quick story time. For the past 3 leagues since I started using Phantasmal Unearth, back in Scourge League for the Detonate Dead Ignite build that I played then, I have had like 0 clue what the actual exact number was, what the calculation was. I had some guesses and I did a lot of guesstimations, and like I was off every single time. Now, I kind of went on both sides of it. On one hand, I was really high. On the other hand, I was really low. So, like, I was never really sure. And to my knowledge, that there has been a lot of confusion about what the actual numbers should be. So, today, we figured it out. Finally. So, I was watching a video by Husitz, and he did a body swap Ignite build, which was hilarious. And it made me think, I'm like, you know what? I bet he has seen some numbers or something and has a source or whatever. He actually had a link in his description to this thread. Dude has a bunch of charts and stuff, which, to be perfectly honest, I kind of ignored this. Yeah. But I was reading through here and I saw this guy's comment. I was kind of reading through this, like, okay, this all makes sense. And I said, what's this? This is like 2.17, and there's this map multiplier. And that got me thinking. I'm like, you know what? I think that's the missing piece. And it is the missing piece to every equation I've done. So I came over here, happened to scroll over the life, right? And it actually has the equation. Level 84 has 16,265 base life, times 1.4, which is the 140% of the base life, right? That's 40% increased. Okay, so that's times 1.4. And then for a level 84 in an 84 zone, that's 2.17. That's the map multiplier, and that's where you get that 49,413. I'm like, well, okay, I have an equation. I can work with this. So TLDR, or TLDW, whatever, you want to go to your monster stats, and I'll leave links to these sites in the description below. You find your corpse level for Unearth. So most of the time it's going to be 95 if you've scaled Unearth up to level 30 and you have the Helmet enchant. You're going to have level 95 corpses, but you could get up to 97. It's doable. So that gives you that 31,220. Well, you take that and you multiply it by 1.4. And then you multiply that by your total percent increase to corpse life. If we look over here, I have a level 95 corpse. I multiply that by 1.4, and then I have a total of 256% increased corpse life on my build, which you can see if you scroll over your Phantasmal Unearth. You can see that it has 186% increased max life. Additionally, I have 50% from the Corpse Pact Ascendancy and 20% from the small nodes on the Undertaker wheel, which give 10% each for 70%, which gives me a total of 256% increased corpse life, which is a 3.56 multiplier. And that gives me 155,600 corpse life. Now, this is the value that I was using prior. Like, this is what I've been basing my damage off of, my damage numbers. I was always feeling like this is kind of conservative. I think I'm doing more damage than this, but I wasn't really sure because I couldn't find any concrete answers. We found the concrete answers. And now I know that it is actually based on the area level, what multiplier you get. So there's this thing, it's a map multiplier, and based on the level of the zone, you get a multiplier to your corpse life. So for example, if you're in a tier 16 map, the corpses will get a plus 109% increase to their life, which is a 2.09 multiplier. So I would take that 155,600 and multiply that by 2.09, and for a tier 16 map or deep delving, whatever, 83 zone, I'd have 325,204 corpse life, which is what you would then put into Path of Building for tier 16 content. If you're doing Uber bosses, you want to do the multiplier for 85, because those are 85 zones, and that's 2.25 multiplier, which gets you up to that 350,000. You see? So it changes things a little bit. It's not a huge difference between, say, 83 and 85. But if you want your damage for, say, Simulacrum, well, Simulacrum's a level 75 zone, which is only plus 43% life. So that's a 1.43 multiplier. It actually makes a pretty big difference, as it turns out. So that's really the gist of it. You find what zone you're in, and then you take the monster corpse life of the level of your unearthed corpse. So if you have a level 95 corpse, 31,220 times 1.4, because it's a bone archer, and then you multiply that by your total increased, which is going to get you, in my case, it's 155,600. And then you multiply that by the monster area level multiplier. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, right? And then you can plug all that into Path of Building under the configurations, where it has enemy, corpse, life. Now, something else to note when I was reading this comment is corpses created by skills such as Unearth are considered regular monster corpses and are thus affected by any map stats that would affect monsters, including 20% more monster life, with the only exception to that it being the Wellspring of Creation Atlas passive keystone, which specifically excludes corpses. So anytime you see on your map and it's got like monsters have 40% more life, well, that means you have 40% more life, more damage on your skills, on your unearthed, cremation, etc. Which means it doesn't really make a difference for these builds, because monster life, well, that scales our damage too. How do you like that? Anyways, that's all I got for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this sort of content from me, please consider hitting that like and subscribe button. And with all that being said, I'm going to insert a catchy phrase here, and peace out.